Howdy there folks. So today we're making carbonara. So carbonara is a really simple, very straightforward dish. There is, however, a problem. So as much as I love the amount of people doing cooking online, I mean I'm doing it myself, I'm kind of getting a little bit disconcerted about how some dishes tend to have a little bit of an intimidation factor to them. Carbonara is one of them. And it's not the fault of the dish itself, it's the fault of how it's being portrayed. Nowadays, no matter how you make your carbonara, you've got a chef, left, right or centre, jumping down your throat telling you you're doing it wrong. And realistically, for a dish that has so few ingredients, I don't see how everybody's doing it wrong. And the short answer is, we're not. For example, today I'm going to be using guanciale, cured pig's cheek. If you can't get guanciale, that does not mean you cannot make this dish. Use pancetta. If you don't have pecorino, use parmigiano. If you don't have spaghetti, use linguine. I will say I will draw a line at adding cream, because effectively it just becomes a different dish then. Food and cooking at their roots are about feeding your family, feeding yourself, and having fun. People shouldn't be scared to cook things like carbonara or risotto because some bloke on the internet, god of cooking 69, winky face, sticky tonguey out face, says that you can only do it a certain way. One, they would be vastly overcompensating for themselves. Two, just because they do it one way doesn't mean you have to. And on that note, rant over, let's get cooking. So we're going to dice up our guanciale. Really handy thing about this dish is that you can get everything going all at once. So for instance, we have our guanciale chopped and ready to go. Heavily salt our pasta water. And you get your pasta, get that in there. So now, pasta's on. Let's start rendering out the guanciale. Some olive oil. Get your guanciale in there. Crush 2 cloves of garlic. While that's rendering out, we'll get starting on the sauce part of the carbonara. So to a bowl, we go in with 3 eggs. And I go in with an extra egg yolk for richness. We mix it, and then we go in with about 150 grams of grated Parmesan. And a lot of black pepper. And with that, we just wait until the pasta's cooked, the guanciale is rendered out, and we put everything together. And here's where we have the only potential pressure point. We need to let the guanciale cool down just a little bit, so when we add the mixture, we don't get scrambled eggs. So we take our garlic out, and if there's too much oil in there for you, you can remove some with a bit of a paper towel. We then add our mixture, mix it, and the residual heat will cook the egg. And then I like to add extra Parmesan and a bit more black pepper. And that is my version of a carbonara.